Some founders are building products. Roman Cyganov is building people, well, AI people. Today on Token for Your Thoughts, we're diving into how Antix is making AI versions of you, the kind that could be a social media influencer, speak at virtual events, or train a team. Roman, welcome to the show. I can't wait to get into this.
Yeah, hey, thank you. Thank you for having me here. And I would like to share some interesting stuff from our sites. And I think it will be interesting discussion today. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. So, starting with you, though, you are somewhat of a serial entrepreneur. Did you always have this streak in you? Were you like, did you have a lemonade stand when you were 5, or did it come later?
So I'm serial entrepreneur with private exits from my previous company, where we worked for CG animation stuff, did some stuff for Netflix, for Amazon. And then I
Awesome.
organized a new company, Antix, and Antix was being established based on the contracts for HBO, Warner Brothers, and Tencent, where we did a big stuff for biggest triple A titles for the gaming sector and for the content creation sector as well, like TV shows and films. It included Game of Thrones, PUBG, FIFA, and several more biggest franchises on the boards. So in Antix, I have a co-founder. She was being CEO in Walt Disney CIS region. She runs Walt Disney 13 years in 13 different countries. And right now we are running our company together with her. So her name is Marina. Yeah, this is how we started our new company, Antix.
Wow, sounds like a strong start then. So how did you get into being an entrepreneur? I guess what made you make the jump? Have you always just gone straight into starting your own companies, or did you have, a regular day job before that you were just like, I'm gonna try something myself and actually build?
I always been an entrepreneur. I did
Oh wow, okay.
the first stuff from my uh, 11, I think.
Oh
But
wow.
it was been not a technological business. It was been a small
Yeah.
business for outfit collections. But
Okay.
yeah, this was what I did in the past. And then I had an experience to work like employee in the company, but for the one reason, to realize how pipeline is looks like,
Okay.
to take this expertise for myself, and then to organize a new company and to be an owner of this new company based on new expertise, what I own in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So what were you doing, that outfit collecting business? That what you said you were doing when you were 11?
Yeah, I just did a couple of stuff. We are created a design for t-shirts and organized a forum for on the web to sell these t-shirts for our community for the sports.
Okay, yeah.
I did it with my let's say co-founders, also the same age.
Yeah.
But this was been a really great journey, honestly.
Yeah. No, that's very impressive. You just got right at it at 11.
Yeah,
Started
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, how did it go?
Uh, it's successful. I took money from my parents, small amounts, to invest this amount for a collection, and
Yeah.
then we have a sold outs for full collection, and
Wow.
we are repeated for 3 times. It was been great, small but really great experience for 11 for 11.
Yeah, definitely. You went through the whole process. I
Yeah,
assume you pitched, you secured investment, and then you had a sell out production.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
congrats
yeah.
on that. Very strong start. Amazing. And then when did you get into, was it CGI? You said you started out doing CGI for the entertainment companies?
Yeah, correct. So I was been gratitude in like an artist. And during my 20, I realized like a vision for the future with the technology, where any like people will have a digital copy in the future, And it was been 2013, I think. Yeah, 2013, when I realized we should create something with digital twins. But on this time, technology not was been ready yet. And this is how we are started to do it. Like we spent a lot of time, money, and our first avatar took more than a year to be ready for execution and production, and
Oh, wow.
took a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
So, and right now our quality and speed is like ridiculously insane. Like before that, we spent $400K for 1 minute's production for CG animation stuff for cinematics. I mean to say for US dollars. And right now our cost is $2 per minute, which is minus 99%
Wow.
of the costs. Like insane.
Wow. So if someone was using CGI or the technology, it would have cost them $400 a minute, whereas now it costs them $2.
Yeah. So in the past, we used the old pipeline with the servers, with the calculation of 3D, and all of this stuff, like with a big team to produce this content in 3D, to rendering on the farm, etc. Then, on the new cycle of our business, we decreased the cost for the production from 400K US dollars to 100K US dollars for the production based on Unreal Engine, which is a real-time engine for the gaming. And we used this engine for content creation. And then we're created a new cycle with generative content based on AI, where we are at this points with $2 per minute, which is like a new era for content creation. And by the way, right now we have more content than we can to schedule for our posting in social media. And this is something we faced with something new for us, honestly. This like a new problem, but we love to have this type of problem because you have
Okay.
more content than you can to post.
Yeah, that seems pretty mind-blowing because I think the way that social media and content creation stands is it always seems like you can just never create enough. It's just this machine that's always,
Yeah.
you can never feed it enough content because you always need to be making more and more. So that's something you don't hear. Well, I don't think I've ever heard that anyone say I have more content than I can post right now. So that's really interesting. Okay, so you started out you were doing CGI and then that naturally progressed to, as you said, you seeing the future being digital twins and AI. And so you decided to, with your co-founder, go out and build it. And you said the first avatar or AI human took a year to make. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's correct. It took a year to produce this avatar in 3D in Unreal Engine, and we spent it a lot to like resources to be ready and things. But and we also was been to participate for several biggest titles with avatars in digital area, and it was been hard. Honestly, it was been hard and took a lot of
Yeah,
resources to produce it.
it
But
sounds like it would be hard.
yeah. But our
Yeah.
visionary is giving us some motivation to proceed and to build an infrastructure and the platform where anybody should create the same stuff but with a cheaper price. And right now we are on these points where our platform will be live this April for our community, and beginning of the summer it will be live for like for internet for not only for the community and wish list but for yeah for public.
For everyone, yeah. Wow, okay. That's really exciting. Okay, so you started out, right, if I'm correct, offering this product to large Hollywood studios. There are some very cool names on your website, like Warner Brothers and Game of Thrones, some other cool brands. Can you give us an example of like what you did for with these studios? Like what
Yeah.
did you guys do for like Game of Thrones?
Yeah. For example, first of all, we started from Web2 markets. This is where we built our reputation. This is where we built our company in the beginning. And for the Game of Thrones, we did several bunches for cinematics, specifically for Game of Thrones game, which is available in App Store and other platform, and included characters, like main characters, different maps, environments, music, and a lot of stuff. Like this was been a big package, which were produced for HBO and Warner Brothers, because they are splitted these franchises for the both companies. They are holding these IPs like two different companies. So, and we was been participate for these game developments, and the same for FIFA, PUBG, and several more franchises. And we did it for one reason: to be stronger with technology, to be stronger with the pipeline, and to be ready for execution of our platform in the future. Because the platform, what we are already built it, were predicted it's like for 5 years before. But to move it strategically, for sure, we should make some like proper steps to be on the stage where we are at this moment. So, and for PUBG, we did the same. We did several cinematics for those advertisement campaign, included also characters, environments, music, animation, different islands for the battle royale of this game, etc. Like a lot of stuff on it. And did it also based on game expertise and in game engine, where we good of it, like we're a professional in this area. So,
Okay.
but yeah.
All right, amazing. And so in the summer, this will be available to the public. I was looking at use cases and some examples that, are on your website are things like movie production. You can use an AI person to be an actor in an ad or for a film. And then in advertising as well, social media influencers, education, using it to train and educate people. So these all sound like examples where I guess businesses could come and use the AI humans. Is that what you're primarily targeting with the launch in the summer, or do you see just everyday people creating avatars as well and AI humans, digital twins of themselves or characters too?
Um, right now, our main target point is creative economy markets. We have laser focus for execution of the technology for our community. And I'm calling our platform like Hollywood in your pockets, where you can create any type of content based on your digital twins, or based on some artificial character, or without characters, just for the content for social media. And right now, our team producing the content based on myself, but without my involvement in the process for our social media. And this is saving me so many time and so many money for the company. I don't need to be participate to the process. The team have my copy of my voice, of my face, of my facial expressions, and other stuff to produce the content. Oh, and not only, let's say, speaking heads, what we are right now on the podcast, right? But also some cinematic contents where you should go around with a Hollywood lightning and like really complicated animation stuff, included your face, your body movements, etc., and music as well. So, and this is opening a new door for content generation, where we are helping the small businesses or influencers or for regular people to produce the content for standard social media, for Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever they want, or to using these avatars in real time on the Zoom calls for the businesses, for the HR tasks, or for the sales, and a lot of more details. So, by the way, we already find out 64 different markets to penetrate with this technology. But to be ready for all of them, we are selected to execute only once first with creative economy, and then spread out this stuff for like additional markets.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like there would be so many applications for this. So, but you're focusing on the creative economy first. So, you mentioned the example of you using it for your own social channels. So that speaks to, I guess, any business that has social channels, which are most businesses. So they could use this technology to, create an AI twin for their spokesperson or their brand ambassadors. And I guess you were saying create videos, talking heads. How does it work creating content without the AI twin or the digital avatar?
Yeah, so technology have different layers. The first layer, the character, right? And second layer is environments, and third one is animation for the camera, for the character as well. So, and all of this stuff operating by prompts, where you should just drop your voice message, and then system realize what you're talking about. LLM system preparing a script for this video. You can't see the script in the beginning, but on the backends we are like calculating this stuff on the servers, and finally we're producing different scenes with this avatar or with some environments, let's say with a car or some items from the shop, and AI creating these different scenes to combine it on the next step, included in music, lip sync, and voiceover also, if you use your avatar in this case. If not, then for sure you just have no access to have a checkbox for lip sync, let's say, if you have no avatar in this scene. So and this modular complicated system with different abilities with AI, let's say a trees, and the trees have analysis of your requests with the contents, and have to produce a recommendation for the final content. And this system also producing this content for yourself. But what is the interesting trick? We have in our agenda and in our roadmap one of the future for the platform for advanced modes, where any, let's say, advanced influencers or businesses have an access to make some manual adjustments in these contents. Let's say you will have a final product with a video, included voice, audio, etc., and you need to make some adjustments for your body movements, or for some, I don't know, for the backgrounds, or maybe for your angle of the camera. We have the system to do it inside in the platform in advanced modes, to make these small adjustments to be more accurate and specific in any case. This system not ready yet. This part of the system not ready yet. We are on it hard, but this is a part of our roadmap, and we will launch it also this year for the market in advanced modes.
All right. So, yeah, that's a lot of efficiency and time saving then to have that. And so, on the creator side as well, we've talked about how businesses can use this. Are you also targeting influencers or people who are on social media as their job?
Yeah, correct. We already have like multiple collaborations with influencers. Some of them using our technology already. based on our proprietary setup. And for some of them, we're producing the content from ourselves to be more accurate and specific also in like some specific case. If these influencers have no expertise to do it or have no capacity to do it, then we're producing this stuff for them from ourselves, from our production team. Yeah, we have like a multiple of different collaborations with influencers, because we should have customer development where we are testing different hypotheses, how it works well, or we need to make some adjustments, or we need to remove some tool because it's doesn't work properly, or maybe it's not something necessary for our customers. This is why customer development is really important for us, like to put exactly what market is needs, let's say.
Hmm. And so, what kind of content are you creating for them? Is this where they have a digital AI twin, and instead of them producing reels or stories, they're using their AI twin to do most of or a portion of that so that they can produce more content or just be more efficient with the time that they have?
So, first of all, it's possible to create any type of video content for the reels or for the podcasts, etc. Like any type of content, included in advertisements or films or cinematics as well. So, and we also have an adjustments layer to make a different style of your avatar if you want. Like if you wanted to produce the content with cartoonish style, but with your shape of the face, etc., it's also possible. It's an adjustments layer, but this also works. So, the type of content, it's not something hard to produce based on this technology. It depends of your KPI and your goals on the business or your personal goals. If you need to create reels, this is also possible based on this technology. To use scripts or to write script from yourself or from some LLM system or inside in our system as well. And also you will have different files to make an edits in finally, or to make edits automatically based on AI, which is assembling different pieces together to make a storyline and narrative like with proper way. And this is really great to decrease the not only the time but also the money and costs, because you do not have a team for capturing this stuff, to rent some places or nature to make an let's say to travel to somewhere to create this concrete to create this specific content. More, you do not need it. Only what you need, only a connection based on your iPhone or laptop, and this calculation based like creating in the clouds. So include different environments, lighting setup, etc. Like really big story.
Okay, wow. So I could create a digital twin of myself and film a video of like me on the beach in the Maldives somewhere
Yeah,
without having to
correct. Yeah,
go.
correct. To
Okay,
produce a
wow.
bounty advertisement, let's say. Yeah,
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. So not only saving time, but I don't have to buy my ticket or hotel stay to that place.
correct. And all of this stuff, lightning, team to produce, no
Yes.
needs
And then
anymore.
afterwards, all the editing, etc., that you then have to
Exactly.
put it all together. Wow. Okay. So this is going to be really, really interesting. This is really
Yes.
going to shape things up. So how do you make a digital twin? I saw something that said snap a selfie, but it presumably needs your voice. And how do you give it your character? I mean, how individualized is it?
Yeah. So, first of all, it's really important to understand where you should use this avatar. And you have only two options, in real time or not in real time. For the real time, I mean to say for podcasts in real time or in Twitch or YouTube podcast as well. Like something which you need to interact with the camera in real time. This is something specific, right? And on the other hand, we have output videos which you can use for any type of social media platforms. And for this content, you should create different selfies with different light. When our AI just realize your face shape and your volume of the face, then we are creating a 3D model based on calculation on the servers to analyze your LoRa, how your face looks like, with different angles and with different lights to produce like exactly your copy, like exactly your copy. And the same for the voice. For the voice, we have three options. Minimum option is 10 seconds of your voice to make a copy of your voice. More, let's say, medium advanced, 2 minutes, and like highly advanced, like pro sounds, 15 minutes, where you are uploaded your voice from podcasts or from video, or you can create it in real time for on the platform. And then we're creating a copy of your voice, which we will use in the future for these contents. So, and to summarize, several selfies, I mean to say 5, 10, 30. This is like a maximum what you need to have. 5 is enough to produce. Maximum is 30. More than 30 is overloaded. It's like no needs more. It's like too much. Yeah. And the same for the audio. 10 seconds, 2 minutes, and 15 minutes for the content. And that's it. If you need to create a content with your body, just create a couple of photo of your body, the proportions, or if you have already this photo in your iPhone, it's also enough for train our AI to understand who you are, how you looks like, and then you're ready to produce the content.
Okay, wow. So you don't need too much. It's a low barrier to entry to
Exactly.
get set up. And I was going to ask you about the real time versus pre-recorded. So not only can you record something in advance, whether it's a video for an ad or a segment that you want to do about the beach in the Maldives, but you're saying that you can also have this AI twin to actually interact with people in real time as well, like do a podcast interview.
Yeah, that's correct. For real time, it's, let's say, not more complicated. Uh, this is more advanced, more optimized way. Because to use these avatars in real time, we are optimizing the way for the contents. We are creating different shapes of your lips, your lip-sync, of your expressions. We're making different chunks of your emotions for different pieces of your face and body, for the hands movements of your like blinking, etc. Uh, to optimize way, in optimized way. I told you why, because we should deliver this content in real time. This is why milliseconds for calculation is really important to deliver this quality of the content for the final, let's say, podcast. So in this case, we first of all calculated your digital twin, then the system producing the content based on your digital twin. This content split it by the chunks. These chunks also put to the next step to calculate a new version of AI with optimizing version of AI to use it in real time in the future. The bad thing is we are not ready yet to make changes in real time on this type of avatars. Let's say if you need to make changes on your podcast, I don't know, your outfit, it's really hard. It will be take some time to calculate, and then it will be work. Like it's approximately taking 10 minutes to calculate a new version, and then you are ready to use it in real time. 10-15 minutes approximately. So by the way, this is like also useful, right? To use avatar with your outfits. And if you need to make some changes, you can do it for your next podcast, or if you will wait 10 minutes, it's also good. But we're also working to make these adjustments in real time. This is also under the process to finalize.
Okay, so if I wanted to change an outfit, you're saying I might have to wait 10 minutes for the AI twin to change. It's not something that you can just switch immediately, but you're working on that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so will both the real time and the pre-recorded offerings be available in the launch in the summer?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe that. Am I speaking to your AI twin right now, or is it actually you?
By the way, we did a couple of tricks for several Zoom calls. We put it our digital twin,
Uh-huh.
and it was been ridiculously insane.
Oh my God.
Like yeah, and honestly, this is scary sometime because I didn't mention it yet, but in real-time version, what we are using in additional AI knowledge, like a brain of this character, with different way for speaking and with this character, right? Because for some pre-recording stuff, you do not need to have a knowledge, all of the stuff created by scripts. But in real time, you have to have some structure on the knowledge inside in the brain of this AI to understand where the boundaries of negotiations with this digital character, where the boundaries for speaking, which type of topics he can to proceed and which not. So this is something in additional. And this is like a standard LLM system, like the same like OpenAI or Cloudy or I don't know, DeepSeek. Any type of LLM is suitable here. But this is really important parts. You have to have a good data with the knowledge to be specific with your output of this digital twin.
And that's a really good point because I guess there's the knowledge is so much knowledge is out there, and AI tools have access to everything out there and can answer questions on anything. But if an AI twin is your twin, how are they going to answer like I would answer? How do they emulate your personality or the knowledge that you have or the knowledge that you don't have? How does that work?
Exactly, and works based on the data which you are uploading on the system of the platform, included the PDF files or docs with the text, where you are explaining some stuff or about your business or about yourself. What is your personality, or what is your business? What are the details of your business? Also, you can put some let's say real-time links for your website where AI have an analytic about what is going on your website to understand which type of details you should prefer to use in this AI knowledge. And also you have a line about the emotional part of this character, like what personality is of this digital twin, like what the part of emotions he can use, which part of, let's say, uh, style of negotiations this digital twin will use, etc. This is like also an adjustment layer of character knowledge separately, and the emotional part and this explanation also separately.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Wow, this is blowing my mind. This is incredible. So, how does crypto and blockchain fit into all of this? I saw something about a marketplace, NFT auctions, certification of ownership on the blockchain. How does that work?
Yeah, we have several reasons to use a blockchain. The first reason for us is to avoid any fakes on the platform, because just imagine if you have your digital twin, and if someone will produce the same, and you can't to verify this stuff, and this is painful and unsecure. This blockchain is really helpful to protect a data and to protect your identity and to verify this is a a real person behind of this digital twin or not. Because for sure the platform will have a lot of fakes, but it will be easy to verify this is like a fake or not based on chain. This is the first part. Second part, to put the data from each participants inside of the smart contracts, because we're focusing for our journey not only for entertainment but also for some real stuff. I'll explain it what I mean to say. Right now we're collaborated with one of the great projects called is BioTwin. This is a Canadian project. Guys have a prediction of the cancer or the drop of bloods, and AI have an analytic and prediction of the cancer based on like drop of your bloods.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah,
Wow.
this is insane. And we're on the stage to put this data inside on our structure with smart contracts, and for sure you like a customer would like to protect your data for health, for your mental health, or for any type of sensitive details of yourself, right? This is why blockchain is also important for us. This is seconds, like for security, privacy, etc. Third part, to use blockchain for a marketplace where you can buy, you can rent, and you can sell your digital twins. For example, if you are influencer with audience and you have a capacity to produce an advertisements, or you have a capacity to make events for your digital twin and to make a new income for yourself or for your business, you can do it. And also in smart contracts, you are selecting which type of markets you would like to prefer and where your digital twin will available and where not. For example, you are an influencer in crypto world and you have nothing in, let's say, in the health, right? In the then you just have a check-in only in a specific topic of crypto. That's it, and nobody will use your digital twin for other stuff. So, and for you, it will be new income because your digital twin can speak for 30 different languages on the same time.
Oh my
30.
gosh. Wow.
30 different languages. You should open like a door, a Pandora of the content for global markets from the beginning.
Wow, that's incredible. I didn't even
Yes,
think about that. But yeah, I guess you could just speak whatever language that's there
exactly.
with the technology. That's incredible. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is really crazy stuff,
Yeah.
but really incredible because it's, I mean, just the thought of giving people new income streams and just being able to rent out an avatar of your or a digital version of yourself where you don't have to spend that time going and shooting that ad or going through revisions. I know I've heard influencers talk about, they'll film an ad for a brand and then they have to send it to the brand and then they get feedback and then maybe they might have to redo it if it's not what they like. And that takes a lot of time. So this just being able to rent your digital twin out, and I guess there's no limits on time, right? I
Exactly.
guess you could do infinite number of partnerships or opportunities because your twin isn't limited by time. So this is just, I think the possibilities and the impact of this are so huge because we're all limited by the same number of hours in a week. And what we're talking about is essentially replicating yourself for, an unlimited, infinite number of opportunities in terms of revenue generation or content or it's pretty big things we're talking about here. It's pretty incredible.
And this is also opening a big door for income for influencers. But with your digital twin, you have no limit with capacity.
Right.
You can produce the content on the same time for infinity number of the contents for different continents and with different languages as well on the same time.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be very appealing. And the last question I have on this is, do you see there being a need or some kind of disclosure as to whether people are seeing an AI twin versus the real person, or are you going to leave that up to whether the person wants to disclose that, or how is that going to work?
This is a main question for our legal team because different countries have different regulatories, and it also depends where this person is based. In Europe, we have to have some regulation. In America or South of America, we have different regulations. So this is like a complex question, honestly. And on the platform, you will have both of options based on your geolocation.
Yeah, there's already regulation about AI twins.
No,
That
but
surprises me.
not about
Not specifically.
AI twins, but it's about the fakes.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess it just depends on the market then.
Yeah.
All right. This has been so interesting. What's next? What's coming up? So you have the big launch in the summer. Anything else you want to share with us before we wrap up?
Yeah, we already preparing our token for the TGE this quarter two. And we have a huge announcements in near future. We already did a couple, and we have more about big collaborations. Because I didn't mention during this interview and during this podcast, but we are implementing this technology not only for a platform, but also for government sector to use these digital twins for transportations, for tourism, where any tourists should interact with digital twin in different languages to navigate themselves in the city and to interact with the city also based on these characters.
Well, very cool. That's so clever because with tourism, obviously people are coming from all over and have those different language needs. So that's perfect for that. Oh, very cool. Awesome. Well, congratulations on that. Very exciting. Another use case.
Yeah.
Okay, so amazing.
Yeah, we have more, but we have a limit time for this podcast, but we have a lot of updates, by the way.
Oh my gosh, yeah, maybe we need to do a part two because this has absolutely flown by. I had more questions, but it has been such a fascinating conversation. I'm definitely going to be watching this very closely. I'm so intrigued, and I think this is just something that the world's going to look very different with the onset of things like this. It seems like there's lots of opportunity here and a lot of exciting applications, and it seems like we're only just scratching the surface. So Really exciting stuff. And thank you so much for talking to us about everything. I'll drop the info on how to connect with you, follow yourself and Antix on social, all in the show notes. Thank you so much for coming on the show
Thank you
today,
so
Roman.
much. Thank you so much for this show and for this podcast.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Okay, so that's it for today's episode of Token for Your Thoughts. If you enjoyed the conversation, be sure to follow the podcast and stay tuned for more interviews with people building Web3. We'll see you on the next episode.